Tomorrow marks 10 years since Trayvon Martin was shot and killed in Sanford. His death sparking protest and a social justice movement when officials waited months to charge the 28-year-old neighborhood watch volunteer accused of pulling the trigger. George Zimmerman was eventually found not guilty of second-degree murder. Now, a decade later, leaders in Sanford are trying to make sure there is an open dialogue about diversity, equity, and inclusion.
All new at 5:30, News 6's Brian Didlake has more on the initiative from Seminole County.
Justice! No justice!
10 years ago, protesters marched following the death of Trayvon Martin, who was killed by George Zimmerman in Sanford. Among the crowd calling for change, Dr. Velma Williams, who was a sitting city commissioner.
It was very, very stressful during those particular times, but I had to be wise in my deliberations.
In those tough talks, Dr. Williams says she has been able to help form a blue ribbon panel to bridge the gap between law enforcement and communities of color. Fast forward 10 years, Williams says that work takes a new form.
I have a long ways to go, and I do feel the appointment of this committee is a plus.
Williams is now a co-chair of the Race, Equality, Equity, and Inclusion Advisory Committee. Made up of 16 volunteers, the committee recently approved last November. Its goal, go into the community and ask questions.
Is there embedded injustices within your community? What are those injustices? And then what do you want to do about them?
Andrew Thomas oversees the committee and says it's backed by Sanford City Commissioners. The board approved to fund the group $35,000 for technical assistance to conduct their community surveys. For many here in Sanford, Martin's death was a wake-up call. That action needed to be taken.
How do you feel like his death has, transformed the community?
It has forced all of us to be more realistic and focus on and accept the fact that there's a problem.
Committee members are now in the process and going out to survey where inequalities are in terms of housing, healthcare, employment, education, and law enforcement.
But we're looking and saying that we can always do better, and we're looking how can we make, if it's good, how do we make it better?
Now, next month, a forum is set for Sanford residents to voice concerns of any inequalities they may face. Committee members say that everyone is welcome as they look to get results together. If you're interested in making your voice heard, we have how to do so inside our website and mobile app. We're in Sanford. Brian Didlake getting results. News 6.